This week, we're stopping in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to meet linebacker Jeremiah Trotter Jr. St. Joseph's Prep, known locally as simply the Prep, has been on a roll over the last few years. The Hawks have won the last 2 Pennsylvania 6A state titles, 3 in the last 4 seasons, and 5 since 2013. This year's team has been hyped as one of the school's best ever, as it boasts 3 All-Americans, including linebacker Jeremiah Trotter Jr.
Speed, power, physicality is off the charts. He's a young man that's flying around and making plays all over the field. He could probably play any position defensively for us on the football field and make an impact.
When I'm on the field, I try to be a really well-rounded linebacker, try to be able to stop the run, stop the pass, blitz off the edge. I like to model my game after linebackers like Darius Leonard, for example, because I feel like he's a really well-rounded linebacker.
The name is very familiar to NFL fans, especially in Philadelphia. Jeremiah Trotter Sr. played 11 seasons in the league, 8 of them with the Eagles. The former Pro Bowler is now a coach on the Prep staff, so now he gets to work with Jeremiah Jr. as well as his younger son, Josiah.
Definitely, he has a lot of experience over his NFL career that he had, and I just try to soak it all up. Sometimes it is kind of repetitive, but like he taught me so much. He's got me such a long way, and I know so much more now.
You know, Jeremiah Trotter is obviously working with our linebackers, so it's great for him to have that experience to be able to coach his sons, as well as help develop our other young men as well.
It's definitely a really great experience. Be able to like look at my dad and like be walking out in public and guys come up, be like, "Can I get a picture? Can I get an autograph?" It definitely makes me proud to be his son and him to be my dad. It's definitely been a lot of ups and downs and very mind-boggling with like knowing what's going to happen. But right now, all you can really do is just keep working and stay ready and be prepared for any games upcoming. So that's just my kind of mindset. I try to look for qualities that I felt here at the Prep, which is family and just togetherness. And I got all those qualities at Clemson when I first went there. And the coaches were very genuine. They really showed interest in me, and I really thought that was a big point in my decision. So I just knew that was the right place for me.
Oh, he's going to Clemson, and I know they just had a young man go to the draft that was playing all these types of different positions, and he, at this level, without a doubt, could do that for us if needed.
His versatility should be a welcome addition to the Clemson defense.
I'm Jeremiah Trotter.
So in here is what used to be our tour room. On the walls, something that my mom put together as just showing like me and my brother's high school career. I actually remember this play. This play was one of my favorite plays. I was on special teams. I ended up scooping the guy, as you can see. I ended up scooping him, and that was kind of like the play that put my name on the map a little bit. Like, okay, Jeremiah Trotter, he can play a little bit.
Perseverance is one of the biggest traits that this game has given me. For me, in high school, I went through a lot of injuries. I broke my arm and dislocated my wrist that put me out most of the season. And I had to just kind of sit on the sidelines and be a off-the-field type leader.
This last one, you go to a lot of guys. Congratulations to Kyle. Congratulations to Marvin. This one goes to a young man that, unfortunately, for back-to-back years, wasn't able to be out here with you guys on the field. Ryan, he deserves it. Ryan, God bless you, Jeremiah.
After the surgery, I actually had like my blood pressure really high at the time because I'm the type of person, I don't like to talk too much about, my feelings and everything, but so I like just keep everything bottled up, like all the sadness of just being injured, not being able to play with my guys, play with my teammates. My pastor, Rev, he actually called my dad and he said, Jeremiah's going to really get that blood pressure down, really start coming back. He's going to have to open up to God and he's just going to have to let it all out. And I remember being in the hospital and my mom was helping me eat and everything, and I just broke down in tears because I was just like everything that I was feeling in that moment really just came down. And after I broke down in tears, the doctor came in, took my blood pressure and went down just like that. And from that moment, I really just saw that the type of hand and type of guidance that God had in my life. And I feel like without the game of football, I may have not gotten that realization of like how I need to live my life, how I need to be a man of faith, a man of God. And I really appreciate the game for that, and I appreciate my parents for introducing that to me.
A lot of memories at this field right here, boy. Wow. Yeah, man, it's what it all went down here. Where we got started, man. Jeremiah, you took a lot of butt chewings out here, didn't you?
Oh yeah. Got hear that a few times.
Man, mom was up top every game, filming all the games.
Yeah, that's consistent over there.
Yeah, a lot of people on this sideline right here cussing us out. Cussing out Jeremiah. Get him off the field. He's 18.
Yeah, they used to think I had kids or something when I was playing.
He drove to the game.
I'd probably say you definitely have a good bond, father-son bond. Growing up with, my dad, not just being my dad, but being my coach, it builds something that can carry you through life. And he's one of those dads / coaches that he'll get on you when you need it, and when you need that loving up, he'll love you up too. And I appreciate him for that, because I mean, you always need somebody in your corner that's going to be real with you, be 100% to you, and not just tell you, what you want to hear.
When he was little, Troy, when he was little, right, he wasn't allowed to hit his teammates in practice. When I told him, like, during some of the scrimmages, he couldn't hit, he started crying, like, man, why I can't hit? Everybody else can hit. And I had to explain to him, like, if we let you hit, you won't have a teammate. So, and I said, listen, Pops went through the same thing, I said, it's a sign of respect for you. This ain't punishment, it's a sign of respect. I said, trust me, when the time comes, I'm gonna turn you loose. I said, you trust me? He said, yes, sir. They came to game day. I said, all right, you remember all that pent up emotion, anger? You let it loose out. When you see the joy on their faces after winning a game, a big game, they understood why we pushed them so hard. And obviously I pushed my boys twice as hard just because, we expected more out of them.
Used to work out a lot down out here in this backyard. This is all this room.
This is just one of the bags that we would use to
Train, work pass rush moves, coming out our hips, tackling the bag. As you see, it's a little bit dusty. It's been a little bit worn since me and my brother went off to college.
Want to knock it over one more time for old time's sake?
That's just a little some of how I hit linemen. Just off the field, I know he did a good job of just separating football from, family time. But it's family time. It's family time. We try not to think about football too much. In the off season, we go about like 2-3 weeks not working out, not even talking about football. We don't want to do anything football related, because you understand, in this game you got to take your mind off football sometimes. And when he sees this, love you, Dad. I really appreciate you. I don't say it enough, but I just wanted to let you know that.
I think my mom chose out that picture right there. It's showing just a balance between both academics and sports, and I mean she put that up there just as a reminder, just make sure I stay focused not just on sports but on my academics as well. This was my first Pop Warner team, so when I first started playing football, most of my pictures, I don't know why, but I always look so serious or mad. That pretty much describes me as when I'm on the football field. Everybody thought I was on the football field right there, looking all serious and whatnot.
Well, off the field, Jeremiah Trotter isn't as mean as he may seem on the field. I'm really down-to-earth guy. If you are somebody that shows respect to me, is, kind and, loving, then you're gonna get the same guy back. You have a really loyal guy that, shoot, if you need something, you need help with something, I mean, I'll be there to try to help you out. And that's really what my parents tried to instill in me. I really think that's who Jeremiah Trotter is off the field, just a kind, loving, loyal person. Something most people don't know is I really like golf. I think it's more just like the type of vibe, and this is spacious, it's quiet, and you can be out there by yourself and just have a lot of time to think. But also like the game of golf and like everything it involves, as far as like just being very technically sound and having to be focused and very detail oriented. I think that plays a part in how I want to play my football game, and I think that's why I really like golf, everything about it and how it translates to football.
comes a five-man rush. Brown spins out under pressure. Thrown down. Jeremiah Trotter gets the sack back to the 8-yard line. He's got to make Dad happy. He did that for 11 years in the NFL, a two-time All-Pro.
So growing up, right, you know, we was one of the poor families in town, and you know, my dad, we did whatever we could to make an honest day's living. We would go down, cut down trees, and cut it up for firewood, and we would sell the firewood. So, you know, it wasn't nothing on a school night. Most school nights, I didn't get to bed till 11, 12 o'clock at night because I was outside with my dad working underneath the security light, chopping up the wood. And then, you know, I got to the NFL, started making a name for myself. I kind of wanted to do something that kind of represented me and my upbringing. And so I said, I'm gonna do the X chop. I remember the first time he did it, I was out of the country, and I remember just watching the game, and I was almost in tears, you know, because, you know, he's doing something that, you know, he wanted to represent his dad, and, you know, show homage, and man, it was a special moment for me. Then I told him, I said, well, you done did it once, you gotta keep it going now, you know. And I said, man, you been practicing on that? He was like, nah, I've seen it on YouTube, but when he did it, it was flawless.
It's been a long, like 20 years, I'm 20 years old, so like 20 years of just working and just even outside of football. Just like the friends I made and everything is crazy thing about a kid from Mount Laurel, New Jersey, play like Pop Warner football, is playing for a national championship winning team. Is still crazy to think about. Just like thinking about like how many people even play college football, you know, or even play for a top team in the country. I mean, the number is so small, and just to be blessed to be able to be a part of that definitely makes me feel grateful. I mean, not many people have this opportunity, and just that's why I try to just work every single day and just come with that mindset of like not everybody gets this opportunity. To waste it would be disrespecting people that haven't gotten that opportunity and want that opportunity. So I just try to make the most out of it. My dad was Jeremiah Trotter Sr. He is a former NFL linebacker who taught me how to be a man and how to be a great football player. My mom was a very loving person. She liked to run marathons for breast cancer. She really, you know, taught me and my siblings how to show care for others and always try to support the people around you. Before my junior year of college, she was told that she had breast cancer and that, you know, it was going to be a tough journey, it was going to be a tough battle, and, you know, she fought her butt off all the way into the end. We were confident that she's, you know, still with us in spirit. She's still watching over my dad, me, my brother, my sister, just smiling down and seeing me with the opportunity that I have today. I appreciate everybody coming out. You know, sometimes it's always going the way that you plan and you want, especially with things like this. But I appreciate you guys all showing support, showing love. All you guys, you know, helped me get to this point. And I just really appreciate everybody. And thank you for coming out and supporting.
Hey, so hey.
All right.
Hey, we thank God in the good, in the bad, and only thing that matters is when you step on that field is what you do on the football field. You can't control what happens outside the football field.
Correct.
And we open in prayer, we're gonna end in prayer. So, hey.
Father, we thank you for this day that you have made again. Thank you for this time that we came together. Take us home safely and bring us back. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Appreciate y'all, man.
So awesome. I'll see you then.
All right, hey Jeremiah Trotter.
Trotter.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
It's Howie Roseman.
That's what he told you.
What are you thinking, man? You think we should trade up and take you right here? That'd be pretty cool?
That'd be pretty cool. I'd love that.
Yeah, you're an Eagle, brother. Just like it's meant to be. Right where you're back home, brother. Proud of you.
I appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Jeremiah.
Hello.
How you doing? It's Coach Sirianni.
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Hey, congrats, man.
Jeremiah, how old were you when I first met you? I'm
Two,
sure I was pretty
two,
young.
3,
Yeah.
4. Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Just really huge congrats. Congrats to your dad. And I loved your mother, so
Thank you.
congrats. Can't wait to see you.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Hey, Jeremiah, congrats on being drafted to the Philadelphia Eagles. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing good. How are you?
Great. We'll kick it off with Chris, and then we'll go to John after.
Hey, Jeremiah, congrats on being drafted. Could you take us through what that moment was like, hearing your name, going there and being around family when that moment happened that you know that you're coming back to the Eagles?
No, it was great. It was a great moment. It's something that I worked to try to be at and try to accomplish my whole life. And I'm extremely grateful. I thank God. I thank, the Eagles organization for giving me that chance and that having the opportunity. And I'm just ready to get to work now.
We'll go to John and then Howard.
Hey, Jeremiah, congrats. Welcome back. I'm sure you're here. And, obviously there's so much speculation with your dad, his history with this organization. What did it mean to you to finally see it come to fruition and be able to follow him and sort of potentially be that stalwart with the Philadelphia Eagles?
Definitely, means a lot. I know the type of legacy he left with this organization and the fans, just how they treat him and coaches that he's played for and players he's played for with the Eagles. And it definitely means a lot to be able to play, come in and, continue that legacy and just, try to help out the team any way I possibly can. I'm a hometown kid and Eagles were always my favorite team growing up. So it's definitely great to be able to play for them and just have the opportunity that I had.
We'll go to Howard and then Ed.
Is Trot your nickname, or is that just stick with your dad? That's the first thing.
Yeah, a lot of people growing up always call me Trot. That's really the go-to. I don't know why, but everybody always that's like the go-to as far as like call me Trot.
Okay, so now the question is, I don't know how many indications you got about where you were going to be selected. So now you get through day 2. How tough was that? Going to sleep that night and then seeing linebackers come off the board in day 3. I mean, nervousness. What was it like?
For me, just anxious. You never know what's going to happen when it comes to the draft. But I kept my faith in God that I was going to end up right where I need to be and right where He wanted me. And I feel like that it worked out. And I'm grateful to have this opportunity. And at the end of the day, it's just you always got to prove yourself no matter what round you go in. And I'm just ready to get to work and try to help out the team however I need to, and how whatever way the coaches feel like I can and need to. So I'm ready to get to work.
One more question: how many teams kind of gave you some indication that you could be going to that team?
Honestly, from talking all my meetings, with teams, they went very well, and they like me as a player, like what I could do. Not everybody's gonna love you, but I feel like a good amount. I had great conversations with them, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. Maybe they like another guy just as much or more. But at the end of the day, I can't really focus on that because those are things I can't control. I just was waiting patiently, see where I could go, and the Eagles ended up giving me that opportunity to be able to come, and I'm ready to go, and I'm gonna give everything I got.
Thanks and welcome.
We'll go to Ed and then Martin.
Hey, congratulations, Jeremiah.
Thank you.
I wanted Howie Roseman in his pre-draft talk with us was asked about local players and what his view was on them, and he thought it was important to kind of understand what it's like to be in this city, to understand the vibe in this city. I mean, what's your take on the fan base? It can be pretty demanding, and how you're used to it. I guess you've seen it. So how important is that for you?
Yeah, no, I definitely I've been in the area. I know how that they'll love you up, but also get on you when you need to hear it. But I feel like that's just what comes with the job title, and anywhere that you go play for, or that's what you're gonna get. And coaches too, they'll love you up and get on you when you need it. So that's just when you can play at a sport at such a high level and have this type of profession, you just got to be able to roll with the punches and keep working and try to make sure that you're the best that you possibly can be and just control what you can control.
We'll go to Martin and then Zach.
Hi, Jeremiah. Congrats on getting selected. I wanted to ask you, obviously, you grew up with your dad as a linebacker, but how are you different from him, the way he played and everything like that? It seems like you guys don't have the same style, I guess. So how would you describe your game compared to his?
I'd probably say definitely the size and just how our body types are and how we play the game. He played the game where he's more like trying to up in the gap, spiking gaps, getting downhill, and just blowing up linemen. And more in today's game, I'm more of a run around, run sideline to sideline, I got to be able to play out in space. So I feel like that's the biggest part of our games that are different in the style of play that we have.
We'll go to Zach and then Jeff.
Hey, Jeremiah. At the combine, you spoke about how like you were proud of being Jeremiah Trotter's son, and you never shied away from that. When you were at St. Joe's Prep, when you were growing up, how did you kind of deal with, I don't know if the term's pressure, but kind of all that came with carrying that name's legacy, like you mentioned before?
Honestly, for me, I didn't feel like there was any pressure. My dad always would talk to me and say, I mean, there is no pressure. You're your own player, your own man. You have your own journey. We're different, and as far as how we play the game. And I just got to go out there and be me, use the tools that God blessed me with, and try to just use them to the best of my ability and try to be the best player I can be as like an individual. So I don't feel like there's any pressure to live up to like his legacy or anything. I don't feel like there's a weight on my back. I'm just trying to, get to work and just be the best I can be.
We'll go to Jeff and then Olivia.
I guess, Jeremiah, a lot of people want to know if you want to wear number 54. It's open.
I definitely will ask them, if I can wear that. Hopefully they'll give it to me. I really appreciate it.
We'll go to Olivia and then finish with Ed.
Hey, Jeremiah, congratulations. If you wouldn't mind just painting the picture for us a little bit, where were you when you got the call? What was that call like, and what was both your and your dad's reactions?
I was actually in the car with my uncle, my dad, one of my aunts, because we just finished up watching the spring game. I was at my brother's spring game, trying to make sure I supported him as well. But I was watching that, and then we got in the car, and I was still watching. I was watching the draft on my phone. I had it up, and I got the call. I saw the tag. It said PA, and I immediately knew who it was going to be, and just super happy. My dad, shed some tears, and my uncles and my aunt, giving me hugs and everything. But just super happy, super grateful for the opportunity. So it was definitely an emotional moment.
And we'll finish with Ed here.
Yeah, Jeremiah, your teammate Will Shipley's coming to Philadelphia as well. What kind of light can you shed on him as a player, person, teammate, all that stuff?
I'd probably say if you want to think of somebody that's committed to his craft and just being a great person, Will Shipley would be a picture of Will Shipley would come up. He's a great teammate, a great person. He's a man of God, very strong in his faith. And just overall, he's just a very hard worker and wants to be the best he can be. And he's a team guy. So he's very passionate about the game. So I could go on and on about, my Will Shipley, but the Eagles definitely got a really great player with him. And I'm glad, be reunited, in Philadelphia, be able to, continue to be teammates.
Thank you for your time, Jeremiah, and congrats again.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
It ain't no doggone tomorrow, fellas. What are you gonna bring to the doggone church? Are you gonna bust somebody in their mouth? Are you gonna do your doggone job? Are you gonna pray from your doggone chest? Are you gonna pray from your heart and get everything you doggone got? Cause I'ma do that. They don't respect us. They don't know about our heart, man. That thing is beating your doggone chest right now. Whatever you got today, I got to have it.